guys, we are on to our second editing passage. This one is titled Looking Up. This is about the girl who was really shy and then spent some time, never got picked for the team kind of thing, and then spent some time with her aunt at their realtor's office and learned some confidence. Um, Again, this is an editing passage. The only time what I'm about to say applies is to editing passages, because you're just looking at punctuation marks and spelling and things like that. On these questions, you are fine just reading the sentences they tell you to look at. Everything else, you have to read the whole passage, but on editing specifically, you can get away with just looking at the sentences they direct your attention to. So without further ado, let's look at these. Number 17, what change should be made in sentence 2? And this is a very simple spelling answer. So inevitable is misspelled. All you have to do to figure that out is use your dictionary. They're provided for you at the test. So I hope to see all of you guys using those dictionaries. Easy peasy. Number 18, and 96% of us got that one right. Same for number 18. What change should be made to sentence 7? So either insert a comma after girl, change trip to she trips, misses to missed, or serves with an apostrophe s. So let's look at sentence 7. No team wanted the girl who dropped the ball, tripped over her own feet, and misses the easy serves. All right, so the issue here is going to be misses. And that's because we've shifted tenses. We've been wanted, which is past tense, tripped, which is past tense, misses is present tense. So we've got to keep it in the same tense. So our correct answer then is going to be H. And 96% of us got that one right. Awesome job, guys. Number 19, what change should be made, if any, in sentence 13? This one was our lowest scoring one of the passage. It still wasn't bad. It was 80%. 13% of us chose make no change. So you don't insert a comma after help and you don't insert a comma after office, but you do need a comma after sister, and let's look at why. So that's number 13, sentence 13. My mom's oldest sister, Aunt Karen. She is her oldest sister, okay? You might have 6 sisters, but you only have one oldest sister. You can also only have one youngest sister. So the name Aunt Karen is not making oldest sister any more specific. It's extra information. Okay, if I just said my mom's sister, Aunt Karen, well, mom might have 6 sisters, then I would need to know which one. But in this case, she only has one oldest sister. And so when that's the case, that's called a non-restrictive phrase. This isn't a positive phrase, it's renaming. You don't need to know that. It's non-restrictive, which means it's non-essential. You don't have to have it. It doesn't clarify meaning. It's just giving you extra information. And when that happens, you put commas on both sides. It's like a parenthetical. By the way, her name was Aunt Karen. Okay, FYI, in case you wanted to know. So you need a comma on both sides because of that. All right, so that's our correct answer there, A. And let's look at those last 3. Number 20, how should sentence 18 be changed? And that was another easy peasy one. It was a spelling issue. So again, automatic, look that up in the dictionary. Should never miss those. Number 21, what's the correct way to write sentences 24 and 25? All right, so we are looking for those 2 sentences put together without an error. Our correct answer is D. 89% of us got this one. For example, comma, you always put a comma after a transition word like next, first, however, for example. For example, when I misfiled an important realty document, comma, when I did this, comma, I reminded myself of all the other documents I had filed correctly. So that's our correct sentence. All of the other sentences have issues. Sentence A has a fragment. For example, whoops. There we go. For example, when I misfiled an important realty document, I reminded myself, period. What'd you remind yourself of? Oh, in another sentence, of all the other documents I'd filed correctly. So that is 2 fragments. B, for example, I misfiled an important realty document. I reminded myself of all the other documents I had filed correctly. This is not a fragment. This is a run-on. Can't join 2 sentences with a comma. Zombie run-on, people. And then C, for example, when I misfiled an important realty document and reminded myself of all the other documents I had filed correctly, when I did those things, what happened? We don't know. She doesn't tell us. It's a fragment. Even though it's long, it can be long and a fragment. Yep. Okay, so correct answer there is D. And then number 22, we did great. 83% of us got this one right. Chemistry, so the answer is F, is not like an official title of a subject. So your basic subjects like math, science, social studies, those aren't capitalized. English and foreign languages are always capitalized because they're the names of languages. But if you had like a specific class, like I'm going to History of the Americas, and that's like the title of that one class, not the subject, not the name of the subject, but the title of the specific class. Then you would capitalize it. Chemistry in this case is she's just talking about the subject. So therefore it's not capitalized. Okay. This is a spelling. G is a spelling. You could just look that up. And then a couple comma things that don't need to be changed. So, all right, that is all for this one, guys. You have finished the second editing section. If you need to make up some editing pieces, or if you just want some practice, then on your sample question page, just click on the practice editing questions and type your answers up in a webmail and shoot them to me, and I'll let you know how you did, and that'll be your makeup for the test. All right, great job, guys.